This is Masterchef Ireland, The Heats. 24 amateur cooks are battling it out for a place in the final 10. Last night, Nessa, Adele, Liam and Darina were chosen by Nick and Dylan to go through to the next stage.
Tomorrow, you will get your first taste of a professional kitchen.
Oh God, how is anything ever like so terrifying and so exciting at the same time?
The morning starts as they join two of the Dublin business community's favourite lunchtime restaurants for a real service with real customers.
I think it's why everyone enters MasterChef, is the idea of getting into a professional kitchen and finding out exactly what that's like.
At Town Restaurant, Darina and Nessa will work under the watchful eye of acclaimed head chef Mark Brodie.
Okay, so Darina, you're going to be looking after the lobster with myself, so it's basically a half poached lobster. Bisque 2 ways, gel, micro melon. Basically what we're going to do is just take a knife. All right.
During prep, I came up against another formidable opponent in the lobster, so...
Not as easy as it looks, is it?
No, and I did a crab yesterday, so the crustaceans are coming to get me. Oh. Oh, we're bleeding. These lobster shells are very sharp. It's not the knife, in case everyone thinks I'm constantly slitting myself open.
It's also uncharted territory for Nessa, who'll be cooking roasted guinea fowl, girole, braised baby gem, black pudding quail egg and a crispy wing jus.
I've never done anything like this remotely. I've never been anywhere near a professional kitchen, so I'm completely out of my comfort zone.
You think you can MasterChef that?
I'm just going to try my best.
Adele and Liam can expect to be busy with head chef Tom Meehan at Fallon and Byrne.
You know that you'd get into a professional kitchen at some stage in the competition, but to just be thrown in at the deep end is as nerve-wracking as it is exciting, I think.
Okay, now today, you're going to be in charge of the mushroom risotto.
Okay.
The most important thing for me is the stock has to be boiling. When you're making risotto, if you put cold water in, you can cook that for hours.
Okay.
It'll be chalky in the middle.
Yeah. If I was doing it just at home, for me, it would be fine, but it's for paying customers, so yeah, it's a huge amount of pressure to get it right.
Okay, Liam, today, you're going to be in charge of the pan-fried pollock, courgette frit, lovely mixed carrot salad, mixed with coriander, shallot, and a wasabi creme fraiche. Don't be shy on the seasoning, OK? Because fish generally is quite bland, I feel.
I'm really looking forward to making it. The seasoning is really important on the fish, and it's something I know that Nick and Dylan are going to be looking for today, so I have to get that right on this dish.
Do 40 it is.
Oh, God.
Okay? Just put pressure on them, OK?
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's way more pressure than I was expecting. The dish is quite complex for somebody who hasn't done this before.
Half an hour for service, OK? So think about what you're doing.
Okay.
So we just go through what needs to be done.
Okay.
OK, we will get there. Think about the next process, OK? Yeah.
It's going fine. I never realised how hard peeling carrots could be.
I actually don't think they know what they're getting themselves into.
At Town, Darina and Nessa get their first lunch order.
OK, guys, first check-in. That's 1 goat, 1 trout, 1 guinea, 1 monk, 1 lobster, 1 hand-cut chips.
With orders for starters and mains, Nessa sets out to cook her first guinea fowl main course.
Finished? Happy?
Yeah, I think so.
Service, please.
Just got my first dish out. Presentation could have been a little bit more refined, but got it all out on the plate, so hopefully it tastes good.
And Darina plates up her first poached lobster.
Very nice, well done. Every table like that, OK? That's lovely, that's the way it should be, OK?
Thank you.
Really, really nice.
Thank you, Chef.
Over at Fallon and Byrne, a busy lunchtime is on the cards for Adele and Liam.
Getting close, yeah, I just heard the printer go and I thought, please don't be risotto, just give me another 2 minutes, so.
OK, check on, first check. OK,
Yeah.
1 small risotto starter,
Okay.
2 risotto large main course.
Okay. I have 3 risottos, so baptism of fire.
Diners can choose Adele's risotto as either a starter or a main, so attention to detail is crucial.
That's pretty nerve-wracking. cooking, but I'm glad I did the first one. I have 2 more.
Okay, Liam, first check on 1 pollock main course. That's a celiac.
1 pollock celiac,
Okay.
chef, yeah?
Yeah. Sugar. That's right, that's right.
Yeah, so I've just 1 order been sent out there, which I think went out okay. It seems to be going okay, but don't know yet. We'll find out at the end.
Can I have the risotto, please?
Would you like small or large?
Small.
Small.
As lunch progresses, the orders for risotto just keep on coming.
Okay, new order. Mm-hmm. 1 large risotto, 1 small risotto.
Okay.
New order, 3 large risotto. Okay, new order.
Oh my God, you're a dream.
2 small risotto.
The risotto came in fast and furious. It's popular as a starter, as a main, small, large portion, so I have no idea how many dishes have gone out. Should I redo that one?
Yeah, it's a bit messy, isn't it?
Yeah. I made a bit of a mess at plating, so by the time we got through, it just looked too messy, so the chef wasn't happy to send it out, so.
Adele did get swamped at one stage, and she didn't buckle, didn't fall apart.
At Town Restaurant, lunchtime service is also at its peak.
2 covers, 1 goats, 1 chestnut away after, 1 guinea, 1 lobster, 1 hand cut, and 1 peas and bacon. Needs to be getting a move on, okay? 'Cause it's going to start going cold. It's not like meat, okay? Lobster goes cold very, very easily.
You think that a certain pace is quick and it has to be a step up from that. You really have to go quicker than you think you can.
Darina, I found that the service was a small bit slow. I think she panicked a little bit when it got a little bit busy for her. She's going to put the wrong garnish on and whatnot. Wrong crest. Don't use that. That's your coriander.
Sorry.
Big difference. Have you put that on the plate?
Yes.
Well, take it off, please.
I didn't feel particularly calm or collected today, but I didn't have a nervous breakdown either, so I think I was somewhere in between those 2 points.
Nessa, she started off really great, really smooth. Everything was coming up, and then it just started to fall where things were taking too long.
Chef, table 3, 2 guinea fowl, cold, ribeye was perfect.
Okay, no problem. Okay, listen, we're after having a complaint about the guinea fowl, okay? You really need to pick it up a pace, okay? All right? As you can feel, that's starting to go on the edge now, all right? So 2nd gear now, all right?
Just kept my head down, just kept getting stuff into the pan, getting it out. If I stopped to think about it, I might have just ended up in tears, so I just kept going.
Okay, new order, 1 pollock, no starter, so straight away.
1 pollock, no starter. It does compare a little bit, I suppose, to the army in the sense that you're doing something you're tired, you're busy, you're stressed, but there's such an adrenaline rush to it that you're just constantly pumped and you don't even notice the time passing, you don't notice the tiredness.
Liam is almost afraid of the food. He seems to be very conscious about the seasoning. You can't be afraid to season, but the thing is, what you can't do is over-season. That's just as bad. Okay, guys, let's check 2 large risottos straight up, no starters.
Okay.
To be honest, I think they've done really well. Like, that was a busy lunch. Adele, for one, would definitely benefit just having more time and more exposure in the kitchen, because there's no doubt about it, she was consumed and overwhelmed with the orders. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
And I know it was seemed a bit tough at times.
Yeah.
That was a busy lunch.
Yeah.
But well done.
Thank you very much.
So, guys, this is your last dish of the day. The lobster and the guinea, okay?
Last table, so want it as good as your first one, yeah?
Darina, she was calm, she was consistent. Any plates going out was the same as what she was shown in the briefing.
All good, yeah?
That I felt Nessa kind of lacked the whole aspect of finishing a dish. We had a table of 2 that weren't happy with their guinea fowl. We felt it was a bit cold and it took too long to come to the table. It's something that's unacceptable in any kitchen.
Coming up next.
I would love to scream at the top of my voice, less is more.
The ingredients that she's using, she's just gone overboard.
Yeah.
Just doesn't wow me.
It isn't nice and it doesn't work.
Earlier today, Nessa, Liam, Idel and Darina joined professional chefs for a busy lunchtime in 2 top restaurants. They now have one last chance to impress Nick and Dylan.
Welcome back. So you've survived the heat of a professional kitchen, and now you must cook for your place in the final 10.
This is the key ingredient challenge. We want you to cook one dish, but this dish must include lamb.
So you have 10 minutes to find your ingredients and another 90 minutes to cook.
Guys, we want you to really impress us today, because if you don't, you will be going home.
So please, now, go to the pantry.
The key ingredient is lamb, but contestants can choose from cuts of loin, rack, rump, or liver and kidneys.
The pressure when they say you've got 10 minutes in the pantry and you don't have the luxury of time to really think about a recipe, so you have to go with your gut instincts.
I had put a couple of different ingredients into my dish and I was like, I'm going to do simple French, you know, straightforward, I know how to do this is what I cook, fine. And then all of a sudden, out the corner of my eye, I spot, I think it was sumac, and I was like, Morocco. And I was just immediately tempted into doing something that was just slightly mad.
Guys, your cooking time starts now.
They have 90 minutes. Then someone will be leaving the Masterchef kitchen permanently. They can choose their own recipe, but they need to show a good understanding of how to bring out the best flavours from their chosen cuts of lamb.
Lamb probably wasn't the best key ingredient, simply because I don't cook with it that often.
Liam's dish is a first for him. Lamb en croûte with mushroom duxelle, dauphinoise potatoes and roasted vegetables. But is this the time to experiment?
What I'm going to try and do the rack en croûte if I can. I'm making a quick flaky pastry.
En croûte, wow.
Yeah, the flaky pastry, I've never tried it. I know how to do it, I'm just hoping it works.
You never tried it?
I've never made a flaky pastry.
I just wish that they would understand that technique is not impressive, but flavour is impressive.
Yeah.
Hi, Adele.
Hi.
So what are you doing?
I am doing a rack of lamb.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do some spiced aubergine and kind of nice fresh vegetables.
Well, what kind of textures are we going to have? It all sounds quite soft, is it?
It is a little bit soft. That's a concern. I was going to do a crust on the lamb, but then I thought I just didn't want to put too many different things on the plate. I wanted to try and be a bit more controlled maybe with that today.
Nessa's chosen cut is loin of lamb, which she's serving with gnocchi and aubergine caviar in endive leaves.
I think in that situation, you just have to be careful to showcase that one ingredient and to sort of do it justice and not to kind of mask it with maybe other contradictory, overpowering flavours.
Darina has already drawn criticism from Nick and Dylan for overcomplicating her cooking with too many contrasting flavours. So is she playing it safe this time?
And making a deconstructed lamb tagine.
OK, so something different.
The rack is going to be coated with Moroccan spices and seared. And then we're going to have a couscous cake with feta. There's going to be a white baba ganoush puree.
Wow.
And, the chickpeas are in the couscous cake as well. Honeyed apricots and, a pomegranate rosewater syrup.
And Darina got all those confusion flavours and ingredients that she's used, and she's just gone overboard again.
Today, I would love to scream at the top of my voice, less is more.
OK, guys, half an hour has gone. You have 1 hour left.
Hi, Liam, how you getting on?
Good. I'm under a bit of time pressure.
See, we're sweating anyway. So what are you hoping for? Are you hoping for a piece of pastry wrapped around a bone, wrapped around a piece of lamb?
Pretty much.
Why would you bother wrapping up a rack of lamb in pastry? Doesn't make sense. I'd love to grab him and shake him. It's just unfortunate, because he really is trying. He really is making an effort. His little glasses are steamed up down now, the sweat's slashing out of him.
Nick and Dylan have concerns about Nessa's timing.
Yes, you roasted that. Is that cooking now?
It's in the oven, yeah.
Yeah, and how long are you going to cook that for?
25 minutes, I think.
25 minutes. I'm hoping that she hasn't overcooked that lamb, although I fear she has.
Well, it looked really well cooked when you put it in.
I just don't want to start today eating well done lamb.
With cooking time so important to the success of this dish, Adele has also caught the judges' attention.
You're not too concerned with the length of time it's going to take to cook that meat, no?
No, I mean, it doesn't need that long if it's going to be pink. So I think it's more the resting time, I think. I'd like to have a nice bit of time at the end. So.
Yeah.
The kind of food that I eat would be kind of clean eating, lean meat, all that kind of stuff. So I guess I feel that what other people want is something more elaborate. Couscous cake. Couscous feta chickpea cake. Yeah. So with my cook's ring in the pan, nice and stable, something to lean the lamb against.
Right now, from what I've heard, from what I've seen, I don't see anybody doing a decent dish. Do you?
No, I don't at this stage, and I'm actually quite nervous for them.
And suddenly, Liam faces disaster with his puff pastry.
The mushrooms were hot when I put them onto the lamb, and then the pastry went on top of them, and the pastry melted. So I'm going to make a separate piece of pastry just in the oven on its own.
Okay, guys, you got 15 minutes left. 15 minutes.
As the final minutes tick away, the cooks still struggle to get their correct cooking times.
50 minutes ago, the lamb still wasn't cooked. And at that stage, you know, that was kind of...
I think I had 10 minutes to go and I took the lamb out of the oven to rest it. It was basically raw. I had to flash it in the pan and then cut it, and it still looked too raw.
Okay, guys, time is up. Stand back from your plate.
Liam, if you'd like to present your dish, please.
Forced to abandon his original plan, Liam serves a rack of lamb with dauphinoise potatoes, roasted vegetables, a pastry sheet, and a red currant reduction.
Okay, I generally believe that if you focused on the meat and your vegetables and your dauphinoise, you would have pulled off something quite tasty, because you had the elements going in the right direction. So why would you do that to yourself? You just really gave yourself too much work. Sometimes just keep it completely simple.
Definitely 10 out of 10 for coming back and pushing and trying to adapt the fact that you realised this wasn't going to work. Whether or not this equates to a strong enough dish, you're going to have to give us a bit of time on that. Okay? Thanks, Liam.
Thank you. It wasn't great today. Tried too much for where I am. Let's see what happens.
Okay, Adele, bring up your dish, please.
Adele's bid for a place in the final 10 hinges on her rack of lamb with spiced aubergine, spring vegetables, a lamb jus and herb oil.
You've cooked the lamb correctly, even though you've had to flash it. It's the only thing is your choice of vegetables. Vegetables could be better.
Yeah, sure.
Like the lamb, it's not really packing the flavour that I was expecting from the beautiful cut of meat that it is. Aubergine caviar, sliced carrots, just doesn't wow me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, a few rookie mistakes, I think. But I'm worried that at this stage, they might just feel that I don't have it in me to progress through the competition.
Nessa, if you'd like to present your dish, please.
Can Nessa make it through with her loin of lamb served with gnocchi and aubergine caviar on endive leaves?
Well, it looks very pretty anyway. Yeah, it is unfortunate that the lamb is over, because that would have really livened up the dish if it just had a bit more pinkness to it.
Yeah.
But the gnocchi with it, and the endive salad, the feta cheese, the aubergine, it actually does add some nice flavouring.
You've produced a plate of food that looks light and is light. For me, you've worked very composed, very neat, so you should be proud.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've just got so much respect for both of them, so I'm just really, really chuffed.
Okay, Darina, bring up your dish, please.
Darina is the last in this heat to face Nick and Dylan. Her dish is a deconstructed lamb tagine.
You've done loads of work, but it hasn't really amounted to anything, and that's sad, you know, because I know that you're really keen. I know that you want to be here. I know that you love cooking, but it isn't nice and it doesn't work, and it's unfortunate. Okay.
At the end of the day, nothing really adds up. You've done all this work for a little gain.
Thanks, Tarina. Thank you.
My basket coming out of the pantry, I could barely lift it. So that probably should have been an indication that nothing good was going to come of that endeavour. I don't know how many people are going home, but I know that I'll sleep tonight and I won't be getting up thinking up recipes.
If you don't present the best of yourself and if it's not a refined dish, even at the early stages, you should be worried. Keep the fingers crossed, but you just never know. You just never, ever know. Yeah.
So, were we wowed today? I don't think so.
For me, there was one plate of food today worth eating, really.
I agree.
You know, coming in and trying to impress us does not mean that they need to do loads and loads and loads of work. I don't see the point of doing unproductive work where you're doing millions of jobs and it doesn't equate to anything.
Because we did actually say the key ingredient is lamb. So cook us a good plate of food.
We've got to get rid of 2 cooks today, Nick. Is there any hesitation in you who those 2 cooks are?
No, sitting here, no.
The competition is at a crucial stage with only 1 heat to go, and Nick and Dylan are making a bold decision to send 2 cooks home tonight.
The person who most impressed us today was Nessa. We feel, though, you definitely have to work more instinctively with your ingredients. However, you did impress us with your presentation and your balance of flavour.
Unfortunately, we have to lose 2 cooks today. And the first cook to leave the Masterchef kitchen is Liam.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you so much.
I knew myself that I wasn't good enough to get into the top 10. I knew I was out of my depth there.
The second cook to leave the Masterchef kitchen is Darina.
Thank you.
Thanks, Darina.
People are going to think, you know, obviously, since I went out basically at the first hurdle here, that it was a negative thing, but it's not a negative thing. Not many people can say that they got to cook in a restaurant like Town, and not many people can say that they had their food tasted, and albeit penned, by a Michelin star chef. It's a dream come true. It was so completely surreal. It was just a great experience. It's good. It's all good.
Congratulations. You 2 are through to the last 10.
Thanks. Thank you.
Well done, and we'll see you back here very soon. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thank you. To be in the final 10 is pretty amazing. To hit that milestone of the 10 is it's really amazing. Yeah, it's very exciting.
Next time on MasterChef.
We're getting close to the final 10, aren't we?
Today, we want you to impress us.
It's lumpy, like baby sick. It's like the spot in your shoulder.
You can join Kerry and Michael from last night on Drive By tomorrow with Colin Hayes from 4:30 on RTE 2FM. And if you want to bag yourself a MasterChef apron like Emma Byrne from Mullingar did last night, follow at MasterChef RTE on Twitter. The staff of Navan Golf and Racecourse pitched their plan to overcome business hurdles when they